Alright, so considering how well Tracy did with his villager, I don't expect a character switch from both players, especially since most of us do. Um, ooh, so you guys wants to join. So yeah, stream is working out well, if that's what you're asking. Alright, so going to town and city. Definitely agree with this. I feel like Duck Hunt's gonna get more vertical KOs than Villager can. I don't think this layout particularly helps Villager. I feel like it's gonna help out Duck Hunt more. Just considering how awkwardly the platforms are laid out. I get a lot of weird, interesting setups with the can. Okay, good can, grab to can setup right there. So what he did right there is he did down throw, where basically your opponent will go briefly behind you. So if you have a can right behind you, if you do down throw or F throw and you detonate the can at the right time, basically it'll just explode on them. So it looks like with down throw it won't complete the throw, but with F throw I know for sure that's when the armor is on. So that way you'll get the can explosion plus the throw. Yeah, so when Villager's going to cover on stage, you're going to notice I'm going for just a lot of rising with slingshot. Very safe, and then if Duck Hunt tries to go for anything, it's going to counter it. Like if we have a can up there, slingshot will counter it. So you're going to notice Ace isn't really going to like to use a can up there. So what happened right there is I believe Villager pocketed a gunman bullet, and then he used it the second that Expay threw out a can, so it just exploded right in his face. So, very good awareness from Tracy right there. Alright, so right now we've got Tracy in the edgeguard situation, but Ace decided not to try to challenge it at all. Tracy times his get up perfectly. God, so right now it just looks like Ace is having just huge. Okay, that's a free bear. Great tech from Tracy. So, did not read the roll get up right there. He was covering the standard get up with can and him shielding right there. So he should have expected Tracy to roll or jump. Okay, so Tracy's at the percent right now, so that if Expay gets the shotgun gunman, that should kill him. Actually, what Ace should actually look for is just a rapid jab finisher combo. That'll take him out easy. And that's gonna take it. That's what happened right there. It's just Tracy just hit the can right as soon as Ace is right next to it with the slingshot, so it just exploded right on him. But I was gonna say, can awareness right there. A little bit too slow. Just ended up blowing up himself. Okay, so most villagers aren't good with using the can. Tracy should be. Oh, interesting. So he somehow lost the can. Don't know how. I guess it exploded on when he used it. But most villagers aren't too good with using the can. They'll be exploding on themselves a lot of times. But Tracy, since he does use Duck Hunt as a secondary, definitely way more experienced with it. And then GG's, Expay is going to take her game. So right now we got 1-1. So it looks like Ace was just able to adapt, and also the stage pick just helps him out quite a bit. Yeah, dude, rage always helps so much, especially with Duck Hunt. It's kind of unfortunate. I feel like Duck Hunt has to really rely off of rage. I don't like that fact, but that's just something we gotta live off. So going to another Omega stage. Actually, no, the last one was at Omega. I actually don't know who this is going to benefit in the matchup, so we'll see how this goes. Hey, Ace just did pretty well the last match. Oh, that was... Okay, so right there, Ace actually had a setup just to set off the can. I'm pretty sure the reticle shot would have hit him. Okay, good rapid jab from Ace. So he went for something I wasn't expecting. I thought he was going to try to set up with the can so he can catch him trying to come towards him. Or get vertically. But I actually do like the gunman choice right there. Oh, fantastic call out from Ace right there. Just jumped off stage. Caught the dare. Okay, so let's see. Oh, Tracy just cleaned it out very fast. I missed that, unfortunately. So, alright, so Tracy's keeping respectable. Very, very even between the both of them right now. Seems like they're electing to go for a little bit of a camping game. So one thing to note about the camping game in this particular, so Gunman's gun have a very interesting property. They did go through literally everything. Okay. There. Okay, so let's see what's going on right now. Alright, so Ace is trying to get something started, same with Tracy, but they seem to be locking themselves in a good stalemate right now. Tracy's countering all of Ace's projectiles nicely, and Tracy's counting, basically they're just countering both of each other's projectiles out right now. That's not going to catch him, unless he did a really bad get-up. Tracy electing not to try and punish that. Ooh, very good high recovery from Ace right there. Yeah, so right now, Ace is just refusing to let Tracy get anything started right now. Just every single time, except for there, consistently blowing up the Void Rocket right in his face, and that actually helps a lot. Basically, it's preventing Tracy from getting the type of pressure that he wants on Ace. But of course, Villager's gonna definitely have a much easier time killing Duck Hunt, and they're both at death percent range. Clean up air will kill Villager, back air or Nair. Or Villager's got a blue thrower on his that will just take out Duck Hunt. Even his back throw will, I believe, with this much rage. That's gonna blow. Oh wow! Missed time. Allow the Void Rocket to stay alive. And then the other thing that A's got to be very, very careful about. The second Villager pockets Can, it increases the knockback of Can. So if he pockets it and then he throws it back at him, that explosion will definitely kill him. But good awareness that the up throw is going to just take him out right at that moment. And then Ace is going to take game 2. So we just got one more. And then, yeah, we'll move on to our next singles match. Alright, so for any of you guys just joining in, we are just doing single friendlies. Right now, this is what our queue looks like. Oh, whoops. Hold on a moment. Alright, and we'll get into it. Alright, so right now they're just being a big fan of the Omega stages. Could be doing for connection reasons. I do believe Ace just does love. I know Ace's favorite stages are FDs. Don't know so much about Tracy though. Tracy could just be picking the randoms. Good. Oh, Clay Pigeon to Dare. One of my favorite combos right there. It is guaranteed. I did post a video earlier one time where I was doing it to a Ganondorf, but that one wasn't guaranteed and people were trying to say it wasn't. I told them it wasn't. But no, there is definitely a way to do it. So Varix, are you part of his crew? Let's see, so right now, great pressure from both players, evenly outpacing each other. Good gunman. So right now Ace is just electing to go for the boxing game against Villager. Honestly, I haven't done too much with it. I haven't done too much of a boxing game with against a Villager, so I'm not sure how good our game is against it. I mean, how good our boxing game is compared to Villager's boxing game. Like, I feel like the raw moves of Villager are better, but we might be slightly faster. Dare from Ace. So right now, Tracy's at that odd percentage where I think Ace is just going to elect to go for an up throw. Because we can't really get into combos into anything. As you can see right there, that Clay Pigeon just hit him and sent him way too far for him to even follow up on. So, we'll see. Oh, great catch right there. He actually beat out the turnip. That's so rare for Duck Hunt to do. The other thing, too, is that he did only get the single turnip, so definitely not as good as the triple turn, because if he got that triple turn up, it would probably have been game over for Ace right there. Or at least just one stock loss. Okay. So right now Ace is just laying on some kind of passive pressure. Oh, but Tracy's gonna catch him with just gonna catch him with that dare right there. Ace might have, I think he was at a really high percentage, so his invincibility probably did run out at that very moment. But either way, that's too bad. So right now, just playing it back to the projectile neutral. Ace is always gonna try to get in. One thing that you can do for this setup that I have just noticed is if you just throw out a gunman, you can use that to intercept the glory rocket, and that way, if Villager is trying to get in, you can use that just kind of to counter him. Though the explosion will not hurt him. Just so we can get the most exposure time, so people can really learn the matchups. I think once we run the gauntlet, I think I'm going to change it to best of 3, because these are taking a little while. Yeah, once we get, let's see, after, I'll say after purple plays, we're going to go to best of 3s. So that is still quite a lot. And then that's gonna take it. Ace takes it. GG's. Tracy did kept it really respectful the entire time. Unfortunately, I did not commentate the entire time, but if they ever want me to do some more, I'll